Well, it's time for another edition of Bacon in Your Jammies. And today we're going to be making a puff pastry wreath. This is so pretty to have on Christmas morning or any morning when you want to have a delicious pastry. And this looks spectacular. This could not be easier. The ingredients that we need for this are 2 sheets of puff pastry. So you need, this comes in the freezer section, like over by the Cool Whip is where you're going to find these. Be sure it's puff pastry and not phyllo dough. They come in a box exactly the same, they look the same, and I bought the wrong stuff accidentally. So phyllo dough is lots and lots of little layers of more papery kind of pastry, whereas puff pastry, it's different. It's got more fat in it, and that's what you want. So two sheets of this come in one box. You need 2 of those sheets, and then filling. And today, whoop, my oven's up to temp. Today I'm going to use Nutella, or actually the Costco version of the hazelnut spread for my filling. Now you can use any filling that you want in this. You could use just like a cinnamon sugar filling. So I would take like probably ½ cup of brown sugar, a couple of tablespoons probably of cinnamon, and maybe a little bit of melted butter, and use that. You could also use like a jam, so any kind of filling that you want that's fairly flat. You don't want to have a lot of lumps in it, like pieces of fruit is what I mean. Okay, so easy peasy, that's it. And then 1 egg that we're going to use for our egg wash on the top. Got my oven preheating to 375 degrees, and then I have my this is called puff pastry thawing, and you want to thaw it according to the directions on the box. So you take it out of this box, and then it's wrapped in another piece of paper. You take it out of that, and then you have 2 sheets that come out like this. Okay. You just leave them on the counter for no more than 40 minutes. Have them thawing. You want it to be able to unfold them. If they're too frozen, they're going to break. Okay, so then you take and you just open this up, and it's got paper in between it. And here's your puff pastry. Okay, now we want 2 rounds. I've already taken 1. And I'm going to bake mine on my pizza stone. You can certainly do this on a baking sheet. I would line it with parchment. And then I just took a plate, and you want the biggest plate that'll fit on your puff pastry, okay? And then you just make a round. So just take a knife and just cut those kind of corner triangles off. Now, don't throw those scraps away. You can bake those up, put a little cinnamon sugar or butter on them, and just bake them up. Kind of like the pie scraps that Mom used to make when you were a kid and got to have those little treat pieces. Okay, so you just take that extra and save that. So I have my 1 prepared round already, and then I'm going to just spread this with the Nutella. So I suppose it's going to take about ½ cup. And you just spread that kind of evenly on the round. Okay. It's a little not wanting to stick because there's a little bit of flour on the puff pastry. But you want to spread that out. So whatever filling you're going to choose, spread that to the edges. And then you top it with your second layer. Now, you're going to want to have a small bowl or a glass to place in the center of this so that you can cut your star evenly. Okay, second layer goes on top. And I should have gotten this ready. Take a small bowl, about this size. You might want that a little smaller. Oh, I should have done this. I'm just gonna take a glass. So I take my Christmas glass and put that in the center, and that's just gonna be your guide as to where you're gonna cut this. And then you're gonna cut this into 16 even pieces. I can't get this so that it's in the picture here. Okay, so cut it now into 16 pieces. So start with a quarter, one at each, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And then cut each one of those into half, and then each one of those into half. So you're gonna end up with 16 strips, leaving that center uncut in the middle. Alrighty. And then you're gonna take and you're gonna twist these. So you take 2 at a time. And you pick up the 2 and you twist it. I guess it helps to cut it all the way through. Alrighty, so then you're going to take them and you're going to twist, and you're going to twist again. So you twist it twice. And then you take the bottom and you pinch it together. You're going to continue to do that all the way around. Okay, I'm down to my last 2 now. I have gone around and I've twisted it. I actually twisted it 3 times. So twist, 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 and then pinch those edges together. The edges don't really stick, but you want it to be just so that they're together. Okay, now we're going to take off our glass, and you can see that it makes this pretty star. I've now beaten an egg, and I'm just going to wash that on the top so that it gets nice and golden. And then we're going to bake this for 25 to 30 minutes in a 375 degree oven. And then when it comes out, you're going to want to let it cool just a tiny little bit, but you want to eat this warm because it's yummy. Then you can decorate it with a little bit of powdered sugar. Just put it in a sifter or in your, what do you call that thing? Strainer. Put a little powdered sugar in there and just dust that on the top of this. Or if you're making it with a cinnamon sugar filling, you could even use a little bit of a powdered sugar, just a glaze, just mix a little milk in it. Alrighty, it's ready to go, and we're gonna pop that in and come back and see the finished product. Alrighty, our wreath is done and out of the oven. I did bake it for 30 minutes, and it smells really yummy. Look how pretty. So easy. All right, now to finish this off, I have just taken, I suppose, a quarter of a cup of powdered sugar and put it here in my strainer, and then just tap it, and that just dusts it pretty. You want to put a ton of it on there, but it does make it really pretty and just sweetens it up a little bit. Alrighty, folks, there you have it. Your star, your puff pastry star wreath. Make it the star of your Christmas morning breakfast. Merry Christmas, all.